Welcome back to Wrenches in Motion, where if it ain't broke, I ain't buying it. And today, we're gonna go get something that's broke. We got the truck hooked up, trailer's hooked up, we're ready to roll. We're gonna go from here down to Chesapeake, Virginia, and pick up the next car for the channel. Hope you like it. You'll see it soon. So we're in the truck, it's kind of dark, waiting for Tim to get here with the vehicle. And of course it's raining. That's how we do things. We always pick up new vehicles in the rain. So he's here, time to go. All right, so we got it loaded. I'm a drowned rat. There it is in the back. You can see it. There's the rain coming down even harder. So let's see if we can't get this thing home safely. Well, the trailer's empty, which could only mean one thing. We've got the MDX off. First thing I did was there was a bunch of pine needles and stuff, so I washed all them out, make it all nice looking. Truth, when you put antifreeze in here, or I just use hose water because if it had that bad of a leak, I didn't want to waste antifreeze. Sure enough, it's empty again. And as I was filling it, I noticed a water pouring sound from the back of the engine. And my first thought was, okay, here we go. It does have a bad head gasket. But in all actuality, let me get my flashlight, which I left in the house, and then I'll come back out and show you what we found. Okay, so let's figure out what's wrong with this, where the leak is coming from. Get this stuff out of my pockets. Okay, so last time I tried to do this, I hit standby on the camera and it turned off. So let me see if I can just get this in here without being too much of a pain. Below this is the heater valve right there. And you can see it's broken on top, and that's where this piece is supposed to go, is inside there. So that piece right there, $15 part, is why this thing was the way it was. Okay, now let's take a walk around. First thing you notice is the hood struts work. Sorry, JR, my hood struts work. Tires. Yeah, real close to the wear bars, actually. I think I might want to replace them before I sell it. Inside, it's tan, which I hate. The carpets are actually fairly clean, but look at these seats. I mean, this is 280,000 miles. Look at the console, very nice. Look at the driver's seat. There's no rips, no tears. Then you see the back's got a little bit, but I think someone replaced the bottom seat cushions, or at least had them redone. Very nice. It's got the back seat. Overall, the paint's kind of had it. Rear wiper looks okay. I'll replace it anyway. Hatch struts work. How about that? So I was looking around and I could not find the key for the wheels. So my wife said, well, what about in the thing where the headrests go? Will you look at this? Will you look at this? Acura wheel locks. It's got the four lugs. Or it's got the four lug nuts that they took off, and it's got the lock inside there. How about that? It doesn't get any better than this. I'm telling you, the part for the heater valve I thought was going to be about 40 bucks. It's actually 15. So we got that going for us. Door panel needs a little bit of cleaning. Looks like we've got some wear there. The steering wheel's definitely got some wear. But I don't think I'm going to replace it. I may just throw a cover on it, call it good. So next thing I'm going to do is grab the scanner, because the check engine light's on, and let's scan this thing. I'm doing this for me as well, so I can remember what all the codes are. EGR, misfire number 1, Random. Misfire number 4. Okay, so it looks like we may need plugs and coils. Or we may not, because we got all those. Okay, and those are the codes. So, let me reset them. Let's see if this goes out. It may not until I start it. And there it goes. Okay, the reason I do this is because I want to know what it was doing before I got it. And then once I get that coolant leak fixed, we'll start it and drive around a little bit and see what new codes come back. Back with the MDX. I just gave it a quick clean, conditioned the seats. Smells like fresh leather in here. The back was really dirty as far as dirt goes, so I vacuumed all that out. Looks really good. Here's some of the paint. I don't know how well you can see it, but we got some clear baking off right there. It just kind of looks bad, and I wonder if this, I don't know how Acura does it, if they paint it white and then do a pearlescent clear coat over the top, because it looks like it's just plain white underneath, and then this is the pearly clear coat. At least that's the way it looks to me. I don't know. Headlights are gonna get buffed. These are pretty bad looking. Something else that I noticed when we did have all the misfire codes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the coils out, 3, and then I'm going to pull the plugs out and take a look at the plugs right now. So we'll see how that goes. Got my tools all set up. So give me a second. These are 6mm Allens. And then of course the plugs are 5/8. So just when you think you know, you find out you don't know. Under these covers are 10mm bolts, probably there, and here. So let's get them out first, and then this cover will come off. Alright, so we took this cover off. We undid the Allen bolts, got the coils off. Coils are sitting over here. And now it's time to get these plugs. And on these, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do because of the way it's sitting in there. You can't use a regular extension. You kind of use a short one, drop it in a hole, put your other extension on your ratchet. Oh, mosquitoes are out here. Oh my gosh. All right, now we got that. Now you can drop this in here. And hopefully get on the plug. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. All right, then you take the ratchet off. You can unscrew it with this and then pull it out a little bit, separate the extensions, and then pull it out the rest of the way. Well, we got our first plug out, and I don't know if you can read that, but it's a Denso, and you probably can't read that. I don't know why. But looking at the end, it looks really good to me. So I'm going to check the gap real quick and see if it's close to right, and if it is, I'm probably going to pull these other two out just because, and then probably just going to put them right back in and call it good. Well, we got our first plug out, and I don't know if you can read that, but it's a Denso, and you probably can't read that. I don't know why. But looking at the end, it looks really good to me. So I'm going to check the gap real quick and see if it's close to right, and if it is, I'm probably going to pull these other two out just because, and then probably just going to put them right back in and call it good. Well, since the sun came out, I'm back to working. I'm supposed to be in bed because I got to leave here at 3 to take my transmission for the RAV4 down to South Carolina to get rebuilt. So what I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to try to get this heater valve out. The parts are supposed to be here tomorrow. It should be and you're not gonna be able to see it, but it's just 2 clamps, and then that heater valve should come out of there. All right, I wish I could get you guys in here better to see this. Where the channel locks are now, that is, I can't even find it now. Okay, that hose there, this is going to the heater core. This is what you gotta be careful of. You don't want to squeeze too hard, but you're not just gonna be able to pull the hose off. You gotta go back and forth a little bit, break the connection, because they get stuck on there. Then once you do that, you'll be able to pull the hose off. And then I think I'm gonna take it off one of the other clamps back over here, because that one you're not gonna be able to get to take it off. And that's what I'm talking about. You grab it a little bit too hard and you end up crimping the soft aluminum. So now I'm gonna have to try to bend that round again before I put this thing back together. Maybe it won't leak, but chances are it's going to. Okay, this is our heater valve. And there's supposed to be a piece here that's broke off. It's in there. I can't find it. But a cable comes through here and moves this lever back and forth, and that directs how much hot water goes into the heater core. As you can see, it's broke on top. That should be sealed. So that's where all our water's leaking out. And what we're going to do is, we're not going to take these 2 screws out until we get the new part, which should be here tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow we can take this hose, put it on a new part, put the new part on the bracket, and then try to stick this thing back in. But I'm about to tell you, this is not a fun area to work in down here. There's no room. You got the cruise cable, you got the wire harness, you try to get from the other side, you got the vacuum port. Just everything's in your way. Okay, so here's going to be my recording studio for the day. I got the table on the drill press lowered. I'm going to set the camera up here so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. Just got back from the auto parts store. Rock Auto said they were supposed to have my parts here yesterday, and now they say Wednesday, which is 5 days from now, so I can't wait that long. Here's the old heater valve. Here's a new heater valve. Oh, I was gonna say I got it backwards. Okay, so it goes like this. You can see what part's missing right there. That's this part right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is, there's 2 screws that hold it in, and take those out, put the bracket onto the new heater valve, and then I'm going to take this hose off and put it on. And this is the one that's a pain. This is the one that's inside, where you got to like pull the hose up, and the clamp, you got to try to, yeah, you know the deal. So let me get my JIS screwdriver and make this happen. You can probably use a Phillips, but if you've ever done a D-Series Honda cap and rotor change, when you try to take the rotor off, if you try to use a Phillips, you know what happens. You've been there. It usually strips the screw. So I bought these JIS screwdrivers, which I believe stands for Japanese Industrial Standard. And oh look, this one comes with screws on it already. Well shoot, look at that. Oh, of course they're in there. So let me take these out. I don't know if that's to show you what side it goes on, or if they're just there for no reason, but yeah, just like that. Look at that. This bracket holds the heater valve to the firewall, so that when you do change the heat, you can see it's closed. I think you can see it's closed. Move the heater valve, and it goes open, allows coolant flow. Closed, shuts it off. Kind of a neat idea. I got a heater valve, got the light. Down here, first thing I gotta do is take this clamp and push it back, probably to about here, so I can try to get the heater valve on here. If I don't do that, I've got to try to somehow hold it up in the air, try to put the heater valve on and squeeze this. So I would need probably 3 hands, maybe 4, and you're definitely not going to get them all in there. So that's what we're going to do right now. This is the nut that holds the bracket on, so we're going to take that back off. I just put it there so I wouldn't lose it. All right, got the Flip 5 ready to go, and I'm gonna play some music and see what I can get done. Well, that was no fun, but heater valve's in, cable's hooked back up. I'm about to put this hose on. I did kind of crimp this back to a little bit round, so maybe it'll, I mean, it feels mostly round back here, so maybe it'll not leak. We hope so. And then, yeah, put these 2 hoses on. It's time to fill it up. Okay, well, it's time to do the all-important fill. So I'm gonna set you here, I think, maybe. Set you somewhere. Maybe over here. All right, and now we'll see. This is just water. If this holds, then we'll go ahead and do antifreeze. I know there's gonna be all kinds of leaks, or all kinds of, not leaks, but spillage. Oh, it is holding water. What we got back here? Any leaks? No, it looks pretty dry back here. Okay. And there's still water in the radiator. Well, I'm going to call that a success. I'm going to put some more in. And then we're going to start this thing and take it on its first drive so we can really check it out. So the test drive went okay. Heat works, AC works. But when I picked this thing up, it had 10 codes and 9 of them were for random misfires. Well, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the 2006 MDX. We fixed the water leak. It was not a head gasket, surprisingly. $40 fix. And in part 2, we're going to chase down the random misfire codes and the P0401 code. So stay tuned for that. I'll talk to you guys next time.